Hi everybody, Adam here. Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be opening up the new Pokemon TCG Elite Trainer box for the new Chaos Rising expansion. Really been enjoying this expansion so far. Looking forward to seeing what we get inside the Elite Trainer box. And I have to say, just from looking at the front of the packaging here, really excited about the contents. I think the artwork is excellent here with Greninja and love the coloring they've used for the box. The different shades of blue mixed in with the pink there works really well. Interested to see how that translates to the trainer box itself, as well as the sleeves that we typically get inside an Elite Trainer box like this, as well as the dice. So should be some cool stuff inside. Let's dive in and open it up. Definitely lots of great stuff inside this Elite Trainer box. And first off, just want to highlight how cool the trainer box itself is. From the artwork on the front of the packaging here, I had high hopes, but those definitely were met and exceeded by the way they've translated that onto the trainer box here. Looks really cool. Great text and coloring on the top there. Great artwork stretching around the different sides of the top of the container here, the lid. Really happy overall with how that's been translated. I'm a big fan of using these trainer boxes for storing cards, coins, various TCG paraphernalia. Great storage mechanism, and they look great up on your shelf as well. And this is definitely going to be an amazing one to have out on display. So really happy with that. Now, next up here, we've got the card dividers. You can see both sides of the dividers here. The great Greninja imagery on the one side, the cool Pokeball image on the other. I think they've done a great job there. Love how they've translated the colors into the different parts of those dividers. And that carries on into the sleeves as well. Can never have too many sleeves, and really cool ones here. So super happy with that. Then we've got a nice stack of energy cards. Always useful to have a whole bunch of energy cards. So this will be put to good use with our decks that we make. Then we've got the dice. Nothing too exciting with the smaller dice, but really love the transparent larger die there with the pink and blue on it. Really cool. I think it's really neat, the dice they include in the trainer boxes, and this is a cool addition to our collection of those dice. Then next up, we've got the player's guide. We'll go into more detail on that in a moment. Always one of my favorite parts of the Elite Trainer box. Then we've got the excellent Froakie collector's coin. Big fan of those collector coins. Another great avenue for collecting amazing Pokemon TCG artwork. So really cool one that should be a great addition to our collection. And then we've got the full art Fennekin promo card that comes with the Elite Trainer box. Really nice. Big fan of the promo cards. Always go out of my way to make sure that we get all the different promo cards if possible from the different expansions that come out. And they've done an excellent job with the artwork here and the colors. Really cool looking card. So happy to add that to our collection. Now, in addition to all of these great items, there were also 9 Chaos Rising booster packs inside the box. And we did pretty well here. It's, always a bit hit or miss. You never know exactly what you're going to get from an Elite Trainer box in terms of the sort of volume of special cards, but we did quite well from these booster packs. First up here, we've got Deoxys. Great artwork on there. Phantump. The excellent Xerneas card there. Again, great artwork. A very cool full art Sliggoo. Really cool image on there. Love the colors and the way they've composed that image. A nice little scene there with the Sliggoo. So really happy about that. A very cool Beedrill EX. Great to pick up another EX card, and this is our second Beedrill EX from this expansion, so happy about that. Then we've got a great full art supporter card here, Philippe. Really cool image. And then we've got Prism Tower, Octillery, and finishing things off with a big bang, we've got the full art Mega Pyroar EX. Really cool artwork on there, really cool coloring throughout the card. So really happy to be able to pick up another Mega EX card. And we did quite well, I think, over these 9 booster packs. The 1 Mega EX, the 2 full arts there, one from the Pokemon, one from the supporter, an EX card, and that's just from those 9 booster packs. If you expand that out farther, we also got an additional excellent full art Pokemon card here with the promo card as well. So some really cool stuff all around. Now let's take a quick look through the player's guide. Now, I've mentioned this before, I'm a big fan of the player's guide. I think it's a cool addition to the Elite Trainer box. Got great artwork on here. And then the contents of this serves as a really good kickoff for new expansions. You get some insight into the types of cards that have been included in the expansion, the sort of initial strategies that they recommend trying. So strategies, synergies between cards. These aren't necessarily going to be the strategies that take the competitive scene by storm, but it's a good way to kind of kickstart your experience with a new expansion. Gives you some initial card combinations to try. And sort of as you move through all of that, then you get the insight that I think you need for building competitive decks. So I always really appreciate this. It's a good way to really immerse yourself in a new expansion, get a feel for the types of strategies and gameplay that might be supported by the different cards available in an expansion. And gives you kind of a starting point for kicking off your collecting process for a new expansion. Cool artwork on there with Phantump and Gorgeist. So you can see here highlighting as well some of the abilities found on Pokemon in this particular expansion. Just really, really cool. And then after you get through all of this, we're going to also have the visual checklist, which is cool as well. Gives a nice sort of overview of the different cards that are available in the expansion. So you can see here, we won't spend too much time sort of dwelling on these early Pokemon. Lots of cool stuff here though. I've been really enjoying this expansion so far. I think they've done an excellent job again with the cool artwork and different Pokemon that are available. But the other thing I really appreciate from this visual checklist is it gives us a nice view of some of the chase cards for the expansion, some of the things that we might want to go out of our way to track down and collect. Love the look of that Crocodile EX card there. If we get it in focus, there we go. Love the 3D effect and the cool artwork. So, these early stages, just good for getting a feel of the base cards that you're going to be finding. But like I said, the real cool stuff is as we start to get to these later pages here, seeing the full art Pokemon cards that are available, all the other full art cards that are in the expansion as well. And then the really cool chase rare cards that, we all sort of strive for and hope to track down. Really cool gold Mega Greninja EX. That would be an awesome one to get. really cool here. We've got Rosie's Performance. Just some awesome artwork across these end full art cards. Really, really cool stuff. And then we finish off with a nice look at the different promo cards that are available throughout the various products that you can pick up from this expansion. So always cool to see those. And like I said, big fan of these. Always try to go out of my way to get as many of these as possible. So like I said, a really cool inclusion in the Elite Trainer box, something I always really appreciate, and a good kickoff point for a new expansion. So, overall, really enjoying Chaos Rising so far. I think it's another awesome expansion. Really happy with the cards we've not only managed to pick up here today, but in the other products from the Chaos Rising expansion that we've already opened on the channel. And we will be opening quite a few more products in the coming days. Looking forward to get some big openings of booster packs. Really make a big push to collect as many of the cards in here as possible and start to get some duplicates that we can use for deck building as well. Now, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And thank you very much for watching. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.